on their feet. This is Shipley the sub.
Change lanes then very well. Yeah, that's when you need your blokes to run through and hit the opposite half-forward flank as a lead.
Taranto heard the footsteps coming. He braced for the tackle, and now Cumming helps pick it up. And back to Taranto. It's all pretty sloppy at the moment as Max launches and takes a defensive mark. How many Maxes are out there tonight? He's forward, he's back, he's in the bullseye, he's everywhere. He's been completely dominant for the D's.
So they'll just chip it around here, Melbourne. Salem, disposal number 22. Had 30 last week. Fifth time in his career that he's had 30. Become a very important player off half-back. Goes towards Petrarca. Brayshaw getting a bit of it in this last quarter. Hunt been one of their best again.
Yeah, both their half-backs are in career best form, I think, Hunt.
Now the advantage will be paid. Jones from 50. Can he cap off a good night for the D's? He just misses.
Hoping for that one after he backed into that pack before was seriously brave work by him.
Yeah, he'll play game 300 Anzac Day Eve against Richmond in about 3 weeks' time, which will be a great effort for Nate Jones. Great to see him go on.
Stay healthy till then, Nathan.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, let's
Don't back into too many more.
You didn't put the moz on him there, did you, Lee?
I hope not.
What an occasion it'll be, Anzac Eve at the MCG against the Tigers. Always a big crowd. And the delivery there was good. And Jordan stood his ground.
See there, that's been a feature of I've hated this weekend. We saw young Tom Sparrow come in there. Sam Taylor's team's been beaten, they've been valiant. Sparrow's not involved, and he comes in and shoves him as if to say, cop that, you're no good. I just don't like that. No good can come from him. He gets one across the neck, but I guarantee you, James Jordan's happy to have that kick at goal for that whack across the neck, no problem.
And to join the goal fest and join the party, James Jordan gets on the score sheet late. They love him at the D's. He had 20 and 9 tackles last week, and now he's putting it on the scoreboard.
I like their forward line setup now, Dermot. They got half a dozen players, a couple of others go through there like Big Max, but they've all got a point of difference, and this is a young man coming through. There's the chop, but Cozzy Pickett has added the ground ball and the brilliance.
He's got the excitement, hasn't he? Look,
you got Petrarca, he's had 27 possessions. He's had a big day in anybody's language, but for him, his standard is so high.
Nice strike there by James Jordan. Got in the right spot, got the right footy. Well done, Max. Good kick, James. Yeah, in the game that we saw early on, there was so much intrigue. It was bloody intrigue, and it was manful how we had Tagger de Boer against, Clayton Oliver. You don't need this rubbish stuff after a mark.
It's blown out to 39 points. Last 5 goals to the Demons. An exhausted Giants. They've tried their hardest, but they've just been overrun.
They've moved the ball better, though, Lee.
Yep. They've shown some good signs.
Yeah,
particularly in that first half.
Connor Ryden's been a real win for them, bringing him back in.
Flynn, good experience for him playing against Gawn, and Toby Green will get the free kick.
True that. Knew what he was doing. Kept the body upright, lowers the knees, so the target of the chest where you're aiming to lay the tackle, at the last microsecond, because he dips in the knees. Yeah.
He might just run out here to get that extra metre. Can he kick his 6th?
Hang on.
His tired legs aren't going to allow him to get that one online.
Played a game and a half, hasn't he?
He's a hell of a player. The ball's been on the deck enough. He's created a number of those himself. Kept the side in it.
10 contested possessions as a stay-at-home forward. 5 goals.
Tomlinson. That's a good mark by Green, and he takes off. He's doing it single-handedly. He's still got belief here. Awkward kick back inboard to Daniels, who hits up and finds Tom Green.
Well, that's a brilliant effort, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Tom Green's a kid who is very much the future of this outfit. Let's
big
see what he's
midfielder.
got from 50 metres out.
Yeah, he's going to be another one of the new brigade. Well, I shouldn't say new brigade, but they've always been there, Jared, haven't they? Big midfielders, really. We just talk about them more now.
He was dropped after the opening round. Thought was they had too many big mids. He's sending a message to Leon. Don't drop me again.
That's a good strike, wasn't it? He's going to be a hell of a player, this young bloke.
191 centimetres. That's a good size. Lee, I reckon you would have roved to a few blokes who were 191 centimetres as relief ruckman.
Yeah, and if he can add a bit of a forward craft to his game, then that'll just make him more damaging to be able to push forward, hit the scoreboard.
At that size, yeah.
Look at the size of him. Once he fills out and he gets those big arms,
Yep.
and if he can hit the scoreboard, he's one to watch.
Well, the first two games, they were averaging 66.5 points per game. They're up to 68, but they've played better than that, the Giants.
So Luke Jackson having a stint in the ruck. Been pretty good tonight. Callum Ward. Another clearance. We'll get the free kick. They'll take the advantage. Shipley. Can they just try and get another one or two? Although that kick was blind and the mark taken by Hunt. Petrarca and Neil Bullen. So they'll be equal on top of the ladder with the Bulldogs and the Swans tonight, Melbourne. It's been their best performance of the year. And the poor Giants will be zipping 3 with the Kangaroos. And they're going to be missing some of their leaders for a number of weeks.
Lockie Keefe, that looks like a hamstring now. He's been in the wars. He's just grabbed at the hamstring.
I'll be hoping it's cramped.
Yeah,
He certainly had a grab at it.
Well, Dermot, Jared, there's going to be a lot said about the Giants and their start to the year and where they go from here. It must be said, though, on tonight's performance, it's not based on a lack of effort. Unfortunately, they can't be judged fairly just due to the amount of injuries and lack of options that they've got.
Well, still time for a goal here. Former captain thought about it. Gives it over to Spargo, who misses from right in front. Might have hurt himself as he tried to get that kick away.
Well, I think the hurt would have all been in the fact that he hasn't got the goal. He's a small forward. They live and die with those things.
Very good point. Roll and go. And again. Oh, he's got to hit the target there.
Hey, Halloran, the underground handball to Hill. It worked. Gets himself out of a little spot of bother, although it skids towards Oliver, who bangs it long. Gone.
Clinic. Put on a forward craft clinic as Big Max. A kick in the end by Clayton Oliver, who could see him coming from the side. He stuck it up there and said, righto, Max, over to you.
He's likely to give this off to Cosy Pick. No, he's got man on him. But we know Max can kick them as he looks at the ball going away from him. They do turn savagely right to left, so he's on the correct side for that style of kick. Just kick it a little bit right to centre, Maxie.
Oh, it's been wayward tonight, hasn't it?
Come
But he's
on, Maxie.
kicked 2. He dabs that and misses to the left.
He's always going right to left, isn't he?
It's been an utterly dominant night, though, by the skipper, and
6 contested mark.
he's such an impressive character.
Super bloke for the competition.
It's great to see him attacking the scoreboard.
That's a good mark. That's a really good intercept mark. He's becoming a really important player for Melbourne, Langdon.
Yeah.
He's as good as close to the, close to best on ground as there is out there. Him and Max, Jaden Hunt.
And his twin, Jaden Hunt, they look very similar, don't they? They've both been very good. There's Gawn there, got one more left in him. Not quite. And the ball will go out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, it'd be an interesting one to watch what the umpires do come Brownlow medal night, whether Toby Green sneaks in with 5 goals in a losing team to the 3 previously mentioned from Melbourne.
Pickett has had a PB of 4. Comes to Jones, plays 300th in a couple of weeks.
Well played.
And the D's win their first 3 games under Simon Goodwin for the very first time. They've have destroyed and dismantled an undermanned Giants in Canberra, and they prevail by 34 points.